Hey guys, welcome back. So got a video for y'all today on my Coastal Scents Hot Pots collection. So these are all the different ones that I have. So I thought what I would do is run through all the different colors, show you swatches, let you know my favorite shades, and then just kind of give you an overall review on what I think about these eyeshadows. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the top row of my palette. So I have Chamois Nude, White Silver, Nectar, Pink Silver, Caramel Ice, Sand Dune, and Aluminum Taupe. So there they are in the pan. And now let me show you the swatches. We're gonna use Tawny as our handy dandy pointer today. Okay, so right there, that is Chamois Nude. I thought I could use it as a brow bone highlight, but it's a little bit dark for me, so I don't really get a lot of use out of that shade, but I like a lot of these colors in this row. White Silver, this is one of my favorites. Nectar, this is one of my favorites. Pink Silver, this is one of my favorites. Caramel Ice, Sand Dune, and Aluminum Taupe. I didn't mark that as one of my favorites, but I really like that one. So all beautiful metallics other than Chamois Nude, which is more of a matte. Okay, next row we've got Caramel, Petal Peach, Bronze Peach, Oatmeal Tan, Paprika, Oktoberfest, and Coconut Husk. So these are all mattes. And again, I have a lot of favorites in this row as well. Okay, so right here, this is Caramel, Petal Peach, this is one of my favorites, Bronze Peach, Oatmeal Tan. This is like borderline one of my favorites. I do really like this one, but I have some others that I like more than that one, but it's still really pretty. This one is Paprika. That one's one of my favorites. Oktoberfest. Oh my goodness, that one's one of my favorites. Look at that, that's amazing. Coconut Husk, this is one of the duds that I have in my collection. I really don't like that one. I do have that on my eyes today and my crease, and it does build up, but it just takes a lot of work. So that one's not one I would recommend, but Paprika, Oktoberfest, Petal Peach, yes, 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 and possibly Oatmeal Tan too. This row has some gorgeous shades. Okay, this one right there is Bermuda Sand. This is Bazaar, Green Steel, Mai Tai, Cherry Moss, Southern Wood, and Deep Merlot. So there they are in the pans. Now for the swatches. Oh my goodness, some of these are so pretty. Bermuda Sand, that one's okay, but takes a little bit of building. I like the color of it, but it just takes some building. Bazaar, Green Steel, this is one of my favorites. Mai Tai is just one that kind of disappointed me, but honestly, I think it's just the color. It's one of those like taupey, purpley colors that, like rosy taupey purple, that a lot of times those just, I don't like them on my eyes, but I always keep ordering them because they look really pretty. So I don't know. This one right here is Cherry Moss. That one is a must have. This one in Oktoberfest, oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. It's this amazing duochrome, like blue-brown pigment kind of a look, but a little bit more on the like red, rusty red sort of a side. This one right here is Southern Wood, another favorite of mine. Gorgeous, like kind of rosy, burgundy brown sort of a color. And then this one is Deep Merlot, another favorite of mine. That one is gorgeous. These are pretty close, like really close, but Deep Merlot is just a little bit deeper. So you probably don't need both, but I love them both. And then last row in my neutrals palette, we have Boca Moca, Kodiak, Brownstone, Ash Gray, Timeless Taupe, Chocolate Berry, and Chocolatier. So there are those in the pan. This one's kind of like a collection of mattes and shimmers in this row. So Boca Moca, this is one of my favorites. Kodiak, I hadn't marked that one as my favorite, but swatching it again, I think that might have to be one of my favorites. I haven't worn that one on my eyes yet, but that looks amazing. Brownstone, this one's a little bit of a fail. Like it works, but it's just kind of hard to work with. Ash Gray is one of my favorites. If you like a gray, this is a really pretty matte gray. This one right there is Timeless Taupe. This one right here is Chocolate Berry. and this one is Chocolatier. So that's a really nice matte. I really like Chocolatier. That's one of my favorites because I like that one for deepening up an eye look. So really pretty matte shade there. It's got this like warm burgundy kind of a tint to it. It's gorgeous. Now moving on to my colorful palette. So top row here, this one is Elven Gold. This is Peach Silver, Dreamsicle, Georgia Peach, Peach, and Peach Copper. A lot of peach names there. But that is the top row. In the pan, so in a swatch, here they are. This one is Elven Gold. This one's one of my favorites because it's a gold, but it's got this like really cool, like greenish sort of a cast to it. It's a really pretty color. This one is Peach Silver, another one of my favorites. Really like that one. Dreamsicle. This is top 3. This one and Cherry Moss and Oktoberfest are my 3 favorites. I absolutely love this one. It is so metallic-y. It's a chunkier shade, but I'm not mad at it because it's gorgeous. This one right here is Georgia Peach. I like the color of this one, but it's kind of like a harder shadow, so it's a little bit hard to build up. It's a pretty color, but not the best formula on that one. This one is Peach, another really pretty one. This one's a little bit powdery, but still a really pretty color. This one is Peach Copper. This is one of my favorites, by the way. I really like that one. This one is Peach Copper. That one is a very chunky shade. I like the color, but it's not one of my favorites because it's just chunky, and then I don't love it as much as some of the other ones. So pretty, but that one's not one of my favorites. But Dreamsicle, absolutely need it. It's amazing. Second row of the palette, we have Mauve Frost, Mauve, Rustic Maroon, Victorian Ruby, Panama Rose, and Raspberry Tart. So there is that row in the pan. We have some really pretty ones in this row. Oh my goodness. Mauve Frost, one of my favorites. Mauve is also one of my favorites. It's a matte with some shimmer in it. This one has a lot of mixed reviews. People seem to really love it or really hate it. And I like it. I mean, the shimmer, I could kind of leave that, but once you get it on, you really don't see it. So I really like that one. I think it's really pretty. Rustic Maroon, love this one. So pretty, like just a metallic-y pink shade. It's so fun. This one is Victorian Ruby. This one almost made it in my favorites, not quite, but I do like it. Panama Rose, love this one. This one's one of my favorites. It's one of like those, I don't know, like rosy, purpley pinks. It's really beautiful. This is another one of my favorites. That one is Raspberry Tart. It's more of just kind of like a bright purpley pinky shade. Beautiful. So there's several in here that are kind of close, but they're just a little bit different. So they're amazing. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and run through the 2 bottom rows since I only have 3 on this row. Okay, so this one is Ice Ballet, Light Plum, Elven Moonlight, Alpengeist, Steel Gray, Rainstorm. Then down here we have Elven Green, Laguna Green, and Grapevine. So there are those. And then here are swatches. So this one is Ice Ballet, really light purple. Light Plum, this one is a little bit like a flaky sort of a shadow. So not my favorite, don't love that one. Elven Moonlight, this one's really pretty. This is one of my favorites. It's like a purpley silver. It's really gorgeous. That would be really fun for a smoky eye. This one right here is Alpengeist. This one also, not that great. Kind of a little bit not very pigmented and hard to build up. Don't love that one. This one is Steel Gray, another beautiful color. One of my favorites, also great for a smoky eye. It is a little bit chunky. It's kind of like a chunky, flaky sort of a shadow, but I still really love it. So that's one of my favorites. And then this one is Rainstorm. Really pretty, kind of like deep blue. Over here is Elven Green. This one struggled to get pigmentation. Don't love that one. This one is Laguna Green. That one's just kind of okay. And then this one is Grapevine. That one's also one of my favorites. Really pretty bright fun green. All right guys, so those are all the colors that I have. So quick overall review on these shadows. I think that they are really good for the price. I mean, regular price, they're right at $2, which is amazing. And sometimes they go on a sale for $1 each, which is awesome. So they have a super low price point. So I think they're really, really good for the price. But they are hit and miss, both in the mattes and the shimmers. You know, I really heard that they kind of deliver more in the shimmers and that the mattes are kind of overall a fail, but I really like a lot of the mattes. So, but there are some bummer shades in the mattes too, but there are some bummer shades in the shimmers, but there are also some really great shades in the shimmers. So it just kind of seems to be hit and miss, and it depends on the particular shadow. So if you're thinking about placing an order, I would say just do your research. Like, I'm gonna put a little asterisk down below in the description box of the favorites that I mentioned in this video that I really love. But if there are other shades that you're thinking about getting, I would say just do a quick search, see if you can look up a swatch or a review on it and see what people think about it. But, you know, if you can't find one, it's gonna be a little bit of a gamble, but I mean, at least it's a $2 or $1 gamble versus like a $20 individual eyeshadow gamble. You know what I mean? So I would say do your research because it seems to be a little bit hit and miss, but if you can't find anything on a particular shade, just go ahead and take the gamble because at least it's only a $1 or $2 gamble. So overall, I think they're great shadows for the price, but just a little bit hit and miss. All right guys, so that's a little look into my Coastal Scents Hot Pots collection. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was and let me know down below what are some of your favorite shades. I would love to place another order and I need some recommendations. So let me know what your favorites are, what your must-have hot pot shades are. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.